the Galata Bridge in Istanbul, Turkey, and we're drinking beer on the bridge. It's a great location. It's a great view. It's very authentic. I've been coming here for years, and I just like the place.
So, Spike, you've been to Istanbul how many times? Can you count?
Not really, but I've been coming to Istanbul since 1982. What are you expecting this weekend?
I expect to have a good time, meet some new people, enjoy some regional brews, smoke some regional cigarettes, and I don't know. I really don't know what to expect.
How can we call it? It's like an initiative place, of a friend of ours where the show took off yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like more like art studios and everything, and they try to make concerts also like on the down basement. It was really nice yesterday, by the way.
Yeah,
it was a nice crowd. Everybody was freaking out.
Does it change from 2 years ago when you played and you were louder?
We are now louder, more trashy, and more dark maybe, and punk.
So good, like I was expecting something like that, maybe a bit more people. But it was really hot, so like the inside was really hot. But it was great. I mean, I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed DJing a lot. I enjoyed the bands. Like there were seconds that I was feeling, fuck, am I in Istanbul? It was like I was feeling like in some festival somewhere in Europe.
We put our Bear With Me exhibition on the walls because we thought it would be a great crossover with like the quite erotic images on the walls, like poster walls, and with the music and the punk scene.
We did the show in London 2 months ago in the summer, and because Begum's from here, we thought what better place to like bring it to an actual punk music festival. And you can
it was
like
pretty great.
And also with like this country obviously being so suppressed in like certain ways, we kind of thought it was interesting to like, it's like more of a statement here, I think, to do a show like this here rather than London. It's maybe a bit more expected in London.
How is to play rock and roll, your kind of rock and roll in Poland? There is not a lot of bands coming out from Poland.
Yeah, exactly. There are not a lot of bands, rock and roll bands, and they don't get much attention in Western Europe. But we have some friends. We have friends that we can play with.
It's a small but solid scene.
Yeah. But we also often play with bands from the hardcore scene. Polish punk, they like rough hardcore punk. Like crust punk was really popular in the 90s. Oi music, that was also popular. But garage and rock and roll, not so much. Yeah, I mean, we take a lot from the garage bands of the 90s, but we also like bands from the 80s, hardcore stuff like Agent Orange, Black Flag. You can hear that definitely in our music.
70s punk.
Yeah, 70s punk, Dead Boys, Pagans, The Stooges, yeah, that's that kind of stuff.
So now we are in the party boat in the Bosphorus, going slowly, checking all these houses that we call yellow. It's a party boat, but I think most of the people have hangover from last night.
I think the show was very nice, and the boat is just running around Istanbul, pretty nice, and people were happy, and I think this is a big festival, man. We're done here. Yeah.
There is an old man in the day. This is la luna de la perversión, baby. You are not in the right place, boy.
Well, we've got like a couple of big kingies here. We've caught a couple of fresh ones in the harbour here, and they're cooking them up right fresh for us here. Good fish.
Jake from the Caveman peed on my dress last night. I don't know. He just stepped over the bed and he was sleeping over me. I saw him peeing on my bag. I think he didn't think too much to stop pee on my stuff. He got me a gin and tonic, so we're fine.
Actually, I've never been a punk before. I don't know.
Me too.
I was, more like a classic rock and hard rock guy, but punk rock is like a good cousin, a funny cousin for me.
But this is first extreme for in Istanbul.
We are a little bit more deaf than the previous time. We can hear a lot, so every time is a little bit the volume up, the volume up and the volume up.
We're in Istanbul, first time here. I like the water.
Feeling like home, I think.
Yeah, we are from Crete, so we have water like this everywhere. Now we're writing our new album, so we're kind of experimenting. We went a little bit further with the sound. It's a little bit different than the first.
Yeah.
A little bit different. It has a lot of black metal elements, a lot of noise elements, a lot of experimental, and of course it has always the rock and roll feeling. But I don't know what is rock and roll. Maybe it's nothing. I don't know anymore. It's everything. I think it's about the energy, it's not exactly the kind of music you play. It's about the energy that you give to the people when you play and when they hear your record. It's all about that. It doesn't matter what is the music.
Maybe.
Actually, I was born and raised and I'm living in Greece, so we have many similarities with the Turkish people, the Turkish country, in terms of culture and food. And Slovenia has already published some Greek bands like Bazooka, HD Baby Jesus, the Hand and Leg that are playing also here.
From this city, Istanbul, but I was in Madrid for festival, so I met with some Spanish people, and when we were talking about something, about our cities, then they told me, do you know what kind of festival will be in your city? We are loud. I didn't know that. I said, wow, what kind of festival? They said it's kind of underground punk festival. I said, why? I didn't know that, and then I checked the Facebook, I saw some of my friends also joined. I said, thank you guys, so happy, I'm so happy I'm learning this festival in Madrid. So that's why I'm here, actually.
It's very rare here. The punk bands are very rare and very underground.
Underground, it's never going up. So the punk situation is much more, not too many people, everyone knows each other. It's a small community.
we are the gasoline of the boat today. We give energy.
We will try. I take my bikini to go on the water, but I don't know if it will be possible. But I'm ready to have fun with people.
It's a beautiful mix with the future and the past. We got the building, in the middle we got mosque, with the minaret, and in the middle of antennas, and really beautiful. Very cool people.
You can listen to people from Greece, from Spain, from England, and it's just an overdose of punk here. For me, it's a miracle. Yeah, I wish it would be more crowded here.
96 until 2000 was very hot in some places in Istanbul, in Istiklal Street. I remember some gangs, some punk crews around the corners, you know. So, but then somehow they disappeared. Of course, some local band groups gave some concerts in small places, in places we like. So I was sometimes going to concerts, and at least I was feeling the atmosphere still the same. Some people, like these people, you know.